Remember at Tesla's annual shareholder meeting when Elon Musk said this?
Even when we extrapolate the best case scenario for chip production from our suppliers, it's still not enough. So I think we may have to do a Tesla Terafab. So it's like Giga, but way bigger. I can't see any other way to get to the volume of chips that we're looking for. So I think we're probably going to have to build a gigantic chip fab. Yeah. Got to be done.
Turns out when he said it's got to be done, he meant it. Who saw that coming? Dojo is back. Elon Musk posting now that the AI5 chip design is in good shape. For those playing along at home, AI5 to follow AI4, which is currently in Tesla's latest production vehicles. The post continues, if you're interested in working on what will be the highest volume chips in the world, send a note to aichips@tesla.com with 3 bullet points on the toughest technical problems you've solved. Notice, no resume, no diplomas, no degrees, it's the toughest problems, technical problems you've solved. And at this point, it's quite clear. Musk wasn't just joking around or thinking out loud about Tesla potentially getting into the chip fabrication business, nor about Tesla ultimately producing more AI chips than the rest of the world. And in today's episode of Obvious Things Are Obvious, if successful, this means by its very definition, implicit in this statement, that Tesla will be producing more chips than Nvidia, which is currently a $4.5 trillion company. Might take some time to ramp to those volumes, but Musk-led projects have a history of being executed in unfathomably quick timeframes, mind-blowing timeframes, the kind of timeframes that would cause, wait for it, Nvidia's own CEO about a year or so ago, when observing how quickly XAI had got AI training supercluster up and running, said no one else in the world could have done it even close to this fast. Following this post, a user on X writes, Elon just confirmed Dojo 3 is back. People heard Tesla pause Dojo last year. A lot of people assumed it was a failure and the team gave up. But that's not what happened at all. The post continues. Elon made a hard call in mid-2025 that Tesla temporarily shut down the dedicated Dojo team to stop splitting engineering effort across too many chip paths. By the way, Elon has responded in great detail to this post, which is why we're running through it. Get to Musk's response shortly. At that time, Tesla was trying to build 2 different chip worlds, one for in-car and robot brains to make real-time decisions, and one for massive AI training, Dojo. That turned out to be pretty inefficient. It seems the real problem was AI5. AI5 is the chip that a lot of things will depend on, like FSD, Cybercab, and Optimus. And by the way, this is a little bit of a clue as to exactly why Tesla's going to need so many chips. By late 2025, Elon was very direct, saying AI5 wasn't where it needed to be, and if that chip was a failure, most likely Tesla's future autonomy stack was going to fall with it. So Tesla redirected everything into one priority. Fix AI5 first, and let everything else wait. I think this is why Dojo had to pause. And again, Elon has replied to this, so we'll get to that in a tick and find out. Fast forward to today. AI5 looks like it's finally in good shape. The design issues are resolved. The bottleneck is gone, and that's why Dojo is restarting. Instead of separate chips for training and inference, Tesla is converging on a single family of chips by powering cars and robots individually and scaling into massive clusters for training inside data centers. This is where Dojo 3 comes in. Dojo 3 will likely be built around future chips like AI6 and beyond. And I just want to jump in here. And beyond is an understatement. Musk has been talking about AI 5, 6, 7, 8 plus. They're only just wrapping up design of AI 5, already planning the next generation and the next generation. And he recently said that they're looking at maybe a 9-month cycle time. Ridiculous. Leveraging the same core designs that will be shipped in millions of Teslas and Tesla bots. FYI, this is the opposite of how legacy companies work. Most companies buy training compute from Nvidia and treat it like a permanent tax, whereas Tesla is building its own compute stack, end-to-end, for training, inference, vehicles, and robots, all in one unified system. That's also why Elon is now recruiting heavily for the AI chips team and calling these the highest volume chips in the world. He's talking about chips that will ship in millions of cars, potentially billions of robots, and power the training systems behind them. And by the way, as I have said in the past, it is extremely likely, saying 98% probability, that in the future, Tesla and SpaceX will be in bed together. Why? Data centers in space. Continuing with the post, it's clear to me that Dojo restarted because Tesla just solved the hardest problem first, and now the flywheel can spin again. Now I get it why Elon keeps saying a Tesla Terafab will most likely need to be built. Let's read Elon's reply. By the way, don't you love X? You can put some thoughts out there and ideas, some speculation, ask a question, insult somebody, well, do all of those things at once, and often get a response from somebody in the know. So here's what Musk said. Solving AI5 was existential to Tesla, which is why I had to focus both the teams on that chip, and I've personally spent every Saturday for several months working on it. This will be a very capable chip. A gift for Tesla investors here when Musk's describing how capable this chip will actually be, comparing it to NVIDIA's Hopper running individually, or NVIDIA's Blackwell as a dual chip setup, e.g. two of them. But here's the kicker. But it costs peanuts and uses much less power. Musk concludes by saying now that AI5 is looking good, we have some headroom to work on Dojo 3 too. Now if Tesla does pull this off, and again, chip design's close to finalized, and it costs approximately fuck all and uses much less power, this is going to provide an enormous advantage for Tesla. It's also potentially going to create a product that many other companies would like to get their hands on. Now, obviously, there's going to be tit for tat. I'm sure the NVIDIA folks see this post and like, holy fuck, where are we at with our current generation, our next generation, our subsequent generation? And I'm sure NVIDIA will be very competitive. But what Musk has essentially announced here, with the comparisons between NVIDIA's Hopper and Blackwell, Musk has essentially said, we're coming for you, NVIDIA, and put the company on notice. This will be great for the industry. Now, back to SpaceX and data centers in space. You guys remember Starlink, right? Crazy idea. I think Musk first announced 2014. Today, growing at an absolutely ridiculous rate. They're adding, call it 25,000 customers a day, and that's just growing faster and faster. Not far off 10 million existing customers, many thousands of satellites in orbit, continuing to scale at a stupid rate, and not a shred of genuine competition. The reason, quite simply, SpaceX has far and away the lowest launch costs. So imagine, instead of space internet, space-based data centers. If SpaceX continues to have a ridiculous cost advantage on launch, seems inevitable. It's going to be a huge opportunity if SpaceX can raise enough capital to become a customer of Tesla's and actually buy some of these future AI chips, send them up to space, and have something that would be comparable to Amazon Web Services for AI in orbit. Sounds absolutely ridiculous. I'm telling you, there's a very good chance this will happen. Musk wasn't done, obviously, doing his best to draw attention to Tesla's current and growing AI efforts, going on a bit of a bender on X relating to Dojo, AI5, and so on. Responding to a user here, yes on all counts. Has to be done to scale space AI. So, I mean, in all fairness, if it turns out my prediction comes to pass, you don't need to give me a pat on the back because bro, he's already talking about it. So what was this in response to where he says yes on all counts? Clive, who previously worked at Tesla on Dojo, wrote this. Dojo 1 was ultra ambitious and really pushed a lot of technologies. Packaging, power delivery, system design, clock distribution, even number formats. And Tesla did actually do a few extremely autistic presentations on this. Fascinating stuff at the time, but I think the feedback when I shared some highlights from this on the channel from probably 70% of the audience is, bro, what the fuck? I don't understand anything. Tesla really did get down in the weeds with the original Dojo. The post continues, but execution and focus could have been better. If Dojo 3 is anything like the ideas floated around the office years ago, it'll be nuts. It'll be interesting to see if things move faster when Elon's focus is on the chips. Go, 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 and good luck. Musk's AI and chip bender on X continued, replying to a user in no uncertain terms that AI4 will far exceed human safety, referring to FSD. And he wasn't done. Another post on this very subject. I think a lot of users on X are speculating that AI4 won't be capable of full autonomy. Musk making sure people understand that's not true. Writing that AI4 by itself will achieve self-driving safety levels very far above human. AI5 will make the cars almost perfect and greatly enhance Optimus. Now, are you guys sitting down for this? Actually, I'm just kidding. Standing desk for life. Just hold on to something. AI6 will be for Optimus and data centers. AI7 and Dojo 3 will be space-based AI compute. There it is, folks, the roadmap. This is almost like a mini Tesla AI master plan. Thought we were done? No chance. Ming, post this. Tesla has patented a mathematical cheat code that forces cheap 8-bit chips to run elite 32-bit AI models and rewrites the rules of silicon. Musk reposts the caption, necessity is the mother of invention. The Tesla AI team is epically hardcore. No one can match Tesla's real-world AI. Okay, last post from Elon Musk. Our AI 5 chip design is almost done and AI 6 is in early stages, but there will be AI 7, AI 8, AI 9, etc. Aiming for a 9-month design cycle. Join us to work on what I predict will be the highest volume AI chips in the world by far. So Elon Musk has officially dropped the Tesla AI secret master plan. For those of you playing along at home, check out how Tesla's 2006 master plan played out and their part 2, which followed a decade later in 2016. Probably unwise to ignore this publicly stated roadmap. And I got to say, Tesla is the gift that keeps on giving. I first started investing in this company back in 2016. I'm not thinking humanoid robots. Eventually, they announced a humanoid robot, something few people other than my favorite gigabrain, James Dowmer, saw coming ahead of time. And at that point, a lot of discussions. What's after Optimus, if anything? This question actually came up directly on a number of interviews I'd done. And my answer was always the same. I mean, I'm not particularly creative, so there's probably something I'm missing, but it looks to me like the final product. I don't have enough imagination to think of anything else. Next minute, Tesla getting into the AI chip business, and not just that, the absolute mindfuck. I mean, this is sci-fi shit. Space-based AI compute. Do not ignore. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.